law court of the land or any matter arising out of the statutes and regulations of the GFA on court. Now, for some who are following the story, Olympics have decided to go to court to deliberately disgrace the FA, and a director of the club, Fred Papo, who has intentions of succeeding Kwesi Nyantakyi as FA president, has been accused of tarnishing the image of the FA to shoot his campaign high. But the former vice president of the Ghana Football Association disagrees.
If somebody is doing that for whatever reason, it will not serve any purpose. Because if what I hear they are saying is because people feel I might be interested in a certain seat or whatever it is, which is not a definite position on one. And then two, even if I were or even if I would be, not the Olympics or Division 1, not Division 2, or not Division 3, or now Olympics at any post club, I believe by the rules of our association, I will still qualify to contest. Into pushing Olympics anyway because of that in the end is the most tradition. I think like I'm saying, I don't hope it's true. I believe it's definitely not. The first time I went on the executive committee of the FA, I went on the ticket of a Division 1 club, not the Premier club.
All right, so it will continue, and now there's not going to be any local football action until this case has been settled in the law courts. But meanwhile, many club administrators have expressed reservations about the latest development. Public Relations Officer of Accra Suffolk is Kwame Parado, and he says the court injunction has put his club's plans for the season in disarray.
My brother, this is going to throw, especially the technical people, the players and club administrators, this is going to throw everybody's planning overboard. In that, if technical people have prepared their players to ensure that they are going to have a smooth takeoff in about 4 or 5 days' time, it is not going to work again. They will have to sit back, re-strategize, make sure they take the players through another form of training so that whenever the league will start, they will be able to have the best of them again. It means naturally that if the league was going to end, say tomorrow, it will no longer end tomorrow again. It will have to go another period again, which is also going to bring extra burden to club administrators as well. In all of this, I am sure as players also go through the effect they are going to have after preparing your mind so much that there's a game going to come on Saturday. I'll use that to focus as an example. We're supposed to travel to Techima. By Friday, we have to be there, make sure that on Saturday we go to training, then on Sunday we play our game. That is if everything had been normal. But as it sits with us now, it means that the coach will have to hurriedly look for, if it's a friendly game, to play over the weekend, and then yet again continue with all of that bit and bit. So it's going to take a lot of things away from the teams, and it's going to bring a lot of pressure. The negative aspect will be so huge.
Staying on this particular subject, former Asante Kotoko national under-17 team assistant coach Isaac Opele-Boateng commented on the current development of Ghana football, says the state of the game here in Ghana is virtually dead.
Ghana football has lost its spirit. The soul is not there. People who are supposed to be part of the game, to put in their money, are nowhere to be found now. The game has gone down the drain. Unless they come together to put things in place. Either than that, the game is going to continue to be like this and nothing is going to happen. The football has lost its spirit, and if we don't take care, the game is going to crash and that will be the end of it. It's going to collapse. No headline sponsor, because who would like to put his money in a game that attracts no supporters? People do not have any interest. The game do not attract even 10,000 supporters in a week. Unless has a protocol place, you will not get even 10,000 people at the stadium. So you will not get mileage. First Capital Plus did not get any mileage. Glow did not. And so to me, whoever comes in to say I'm putting my money in will think twice that where am I going to get the mileage? And surely you will not get it. Everything is going bad, and it is about time the GFA wakes up to solve the situation. Either than that, it's going to crash.
Well said, either than that is going to crash. Now let's do some other stories, but now to club football. And Asante Kotoko coach Steve Polak has expressed satisfaction at preparations ahead of the team's Confederations Cup preliminary stage match against Kara Club of Congo Brazzaville on Sunday. The team has been in camp for over a week now at a plush hotel close to the Adokojachi training grounds. And coach Steve Polak, who has been in residential camping with the team for almost a fortnight, tells me the players have had the best of training going into this big game.
Well, we've been here since last Thursday, which I thank the management very much for letting us be here for so long, 10 days. And so the preparations are going in the right direction. The attitude of the players is good. When we're training hard. We're having meetings now and then in the evenings, going through on the big screen. I have it on my computer what we're going to be doing on Sunday. Then we put it into training. Like example, tomorrow we'll look today and we'll go through it. So preparations is going in the right. It's good to be close to the training ground, and it's like today example. We had it was like an open day training, so you can go there if you want to with me. And actually there's quite a lot of players that turned up because it's like a free day today, because we're going to be training twice tomorrow, on Thursday and Friday once and Saturday once. So they need to get free time to get recovery.
The Asante Kotoko coach says he's happy his players are comfortable with the environment they find themselves in, and hopes it tells on the results on Sunday.
Well, it's good. It's actually, and the hotel is lovely. It's a new hotel. It's been a pleasure to be here. So and the players are feeling really comfortable, so which is a good thing. We have nice food, nice beds, air conditioning. No, the rooms are fine. We have a swimming pool here that the players can go in. Actually, no, they don't have a gym, but I do all the strength work on the training pitch anyway, so it's not necessary to do that in the gym here. But that's probably the only downside of the hotel when you're in a training camp. So it's been okay so far up till today.
So between now and Saturday, what is the plan? What are you doing?
Well, we're working on our system of play and tactics, how we approach the game on Sunday. So that's, of course, also I call it FCT, football condition training. Also, we have to get that in before Sunday. So that's what we're going to get, and get them mentally and physically prepared.
All right, so that was Coach Steve Polak of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Meanwhile, the Ashanti Regional and the National Circles Committee of the club, that's the supporters wing of the club, are also putting in place measures to ensure the stands are filled to capacity on Sunday for the game. Obin Secho is chairman of the Ashanti Regional Circles Committee.
For this match particular, what we are trying to do is to mobilize our supporters in and around Kumasi. We are trying to get Metro Mass buses for the supporters. Been trying to organize the Jama groups. Yesterday I had a meeting with the tech students. FJC to when they been able to organize them as well. When I want to take, their problem is for them to get bus. When they get the bus, as soon as the bus comes, they can get
only bus.
About.
We need morale.
Yes. So we will be giving all the support that they need, and we are looking for about 100 or 150 people from tech. For now, we are buying about 500 tickets for the supporters.
Now, the Regional Circles chairman says, together with one of the club's major sponsors, MTN, they are putting together a package to register supporters of the club on Sunday. The Regional Circles intend to use this package to derive some revenue from supporters to help support their reorganization.
I had a meeting with MTN, and there's a project we are going to start. Like MTN, as part of the sponsorship, we are supposed to get 1 million supporters for MTN. And Sunday, we are starting that project. So Sunday, any Kotoko supporter who comes to the stadium, make sure you register. We will bring some ladies with booklets where they can register each member. We want to get our database for MTN so that we can do promotion with the numbers.
All right, we stay with this particular game because a contingent of about 30 of officials and players of Kora Club of Congo Brazzaville are expected here in Kumasi on Thursday evening for this match. Now, according to our sources, the team will lodge at the Royal Lameta Hotel at Ahonjo in Kumasi and will be expected to train at the Babayara Stadium on Saturday afternoon as CAF regulations demand. Kora Club, like Kumasi Asante Kotoko, was formed in 1935 and were winners of the African Cup in 1974, 3 years after Kotoko won their first continental trophy. Kara is making their 8th appearance in the competition and have once played Kotoko in the African Champions Cup in 1976, where they were eliminated by the Ghanaians on away go rule.
We have seen here.
All right, elsewhere, dismissed Augsburg defender Daniel Opare is set to join West Ham United on a free. Opare, who is 27, is available for a free transfer after being sacked by the German side for gross indiscipline and dishonesty. The Hammers have long been linked with a move for the chaotic Ghanaian, who is valued at about £3 million. But it appears the English side may just have to pay far little, with the player's valuation expected to drop dramatically. West Ham boss David Moyes is one of the Premier League managers said to be interested in a controversial fullback. And finally, on the local front, the sports ministry has promised to pay bonuses and allowances owed athletes from as far back as 2014, as far back as the 2014 Commonwealth Games, which was staged in Glasgow before this year's event. With barely a month to the Gold Coast Games, Ghana's contingent have stepped up preparations, but some athletes continue to cry foul of outstanding bonuses owed them by the state. From the 109 athletes Ghana presented at the games held in between July 23rd and August 3rd, 2014, only Razak Abugri and Abdul Wahid Umar mounted the medal podium with bronze medals in their respective disciplines. But 4 years down the line, the two have not yet are yet to receive what is due them for making the nation proud, despite frantic efforts. But however, Deputy Sports Minister Pius Enam Hajide says all debt will be settled and has urged athletes to stay focused. All right, so quickly, let's do something on the international front. In Premier League's best paid player, Alexis Sanchez, has been hit with a 16-month suspended prison sentence for tax fraud. Now, Alexis Sanchez has been handed a 16-month prison sentence for tax fraud in Spain. The Manchester United's new signing accepted a punishment for defrauding the tax authorities of £900,000 during his time at Barcelona. Sanchez, who is 29, will not have to go to prison because it is his first offence, and the sentence is less than 2 years. But the Chile star, who is the highest paid player in the English Premier League, on £350,000 a week, must pay a fine of £525,000 in addition to the tax he owed on image right earnings over his 3 years at the new camp. And staying in Spain, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez is prepared to sell all three of his much vaunted BBC attack. The Dario goal says that Perez is willing to see Karim Benzema, Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo sold this summer. Even if he cannot find buyers for all three players, Perez is now determined to break up the BBC and renew his attack. 5 players are, however, on his shopping list. They include PSG's Neymar, Eden Hazard of Chelsea, Harry Kane of Tottenham, Mauricio Icardi of Inter Milan, and Paulo Dybala of Juventus, and they are all under consideration. After being quiet in the past 3 transfer windows, Perez has at least €400 million available for him in this summer's market, and rebuilding Real's attack is a priority for 2018. All right, and from England, we hear that Luis Enrique looks likely to replace Antonio Conte as Chelsea manager, with a report in Spain suggesting the former Barca boss has already agreed personal terms. Now, with Chelsea's position in the top 4 now coming under threat, owner Roman Abramovich will be forced to act, and according to the Sport, he is set to hand 47-year-old Enrique a 2.5-year contract until the summer of 2020. And also comments this week made by Chelsea goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois about a desire to play for Real Madrid came as no surprise to many in Spain. Courtois was quoted as saying, "My heart is in Madrid, with his family now living there. If Real are really interested, my personal situation could influence things. The family aspect is priceless, but I repeat that to you that for the moment I'm busy talking to Chelsea to extend my stay," according to the Belgian. And so there is a possibility that a move could happen. And finally, Manchester United star Ander Herrera is set to be put on trial over an alleged match-fixing scandal. The 28-year-old Spaniard has been warned he faces being ordered into the witness stand with 33 other footballers, including Atletico Madrid midfielder Gabi, over a suspect May 2011 match between former club Real Zaragoza and Levante. Zaragoza's then manager Xavier Aguirre also faces trial, along with others including the club sporting director Antonio Prieto and its ex-owner Agapito Iglesias. Okay, so on that note, we end Sports Flash here this afternoon. My name is DELALI ATIASE. But later on Drive Talk, let's see what is up for discussion. Now, it says that we were both in Kumasi until my fiancé left for Kenya for work. For some time now, I have been having a strong feeling my fiancé is cheating on me. I sometimes actually dream about it. Whenever I call to tell him about it, he suggests those dreams are a reflection of negative thinking on my part. One day, a lady called me from Kenya to ask me about my relationship with my fiancé. It left me confused, so I demanded to know her identity and why she wanted to know about my fiancé and I. Her response was that he always mentioned me to her as a sister. I called him to verify, and lo and behold, I heard the same lady the same female in the background. I told him someone with that same voice had called me and told me about some conversations between them. Suddenly, my fiancé switched to Tree and with evasive response to my question. I told my parents about it, and my mom says I should give him some time because he has already performed the knocking rites. I'm confused. Please help. Maybe you have to take a flight to Kenya yourself and go and observe things. I think that would be the best thing to do, because now you don't know whether what he's saying is true, or whether what the girl is saying is true, or whether indeed there is even anybody.
But from the look of things, this
to
lady
clear,
has
to clear
a
your
strong
doubts,
feeling that the man is cheating.
First of all, you should forget about the dream aspect of it, because even eating bad food in the night can give you bad dreams. But you see,
it could be true too.
Oh yes,
it could be a revelation. Actually,
no, it's because she's been thinking that probably the guy is cheating.
Oh, but that could be a revelation as well.
No, don't be thinking negatively like that.
Oh,
but
is that a negative thought?
Yeah, sure. To clear her doubts, I think that she needs to just gather some money. Kenya Airways, straight flight, direct to Nairobi. Just drop and go and see things for yourself. Decide to go and stay for about a month.
To observe things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if really there's someone there, that person will try to come in and let's see what happens.
Yeah. The person will definitely pop in.
Yeah, but to stay and say that you are confused there, please find a way out.
Okay. All right, then. So you can today's conversation right away on Facebook, ValLove 99.5 FM. On Twitter, it's at Love FM 99.5 or DJ Ruben 995. Here we go with the city's biggest late afternoon show, Drive Time on Love.
Pack up your files in the office, turn off the computers, and step into a fun-filled drive with Ruben.